A lot of people come into treatment and they they feel lost, and they say things like, I want to discover my authentic self. And I always tell people not to worry about that. Don't worry about discovering your authentic self. Discover who you want to be in the world, and you'll be yourself. So maybe that's a good intro into who am I? I have no idea. My background, my name is Yeshaia. I'm a spiritual counselor. I've been a drug and alcohol counselor for 14 years now. I'm also an assistant rabbi at a temple in Los Angeles called Ohr Hatorah. Various roles. I'm a husband. I'm a father of 3. My first passion, my first way that I identified as a young man was as a hip-hop MC. So I still have a lot of music that's living in me. So I have a lot of different roles. So I don't identify as kind of one thing. I identify as a person in recovery. I've been in recovery for about 15 years, and identify as a teacher. But most importantly, I identify as a human being, as a soul. That's most important. My background, people often ask me, am I a clinician? Because I've worked in treatment this long and I have a decent looking office. And I go, no, I'm not a clinician. Both my parents were psychologists. There's just no way that I could become a psychologist because I had to rebel against what they did. I became a rapper or a poet. But somehow you sometimes get pulled back into the things that your parents do. So life brought me to getting pulled back into the healing arts, which is nothing romantic. It's actually quite a challenge to do. It's when you care about people, it's difficult to hold, but at the same time, you grow from it emotionally and spiritually in working with people and sitting with people and creating spaces of intimacy and safety and connection and watching people transform. Every time I see somebody transform, it transforms me. I, just like anybody suffering from addiction or anybody walking out on the street, I wrestle with my own hopelessness. When I see the transformation of the human spirit, it gives me hope for my own transformation, right? Because I also fall asleep in my life. I also need to continually wake up. I also need to grow. I also need to learn to love and be loved. So that work for me grounds me in who I want to be in the world. What are the most important things to me in an individual life? I would say there's 2 immediate things. Experience itself. Having the experience of life I'm living right now and feeling that and being as awake and present in that as I can, and love. What else is there beyond that? Those are the currencies that I attempt to cultivate in my life. And a beautiful way to do that is to work with other people who are suffering and try to bring them into awakeness, trying to bring them into their experience, bring them into their spirit, and to love them and to be loved in return.